I guess like going off of that, what you just said, like you seem to have a great relationship with the community and with your family and with Scientology. How has Scientology and like your beliefs affected your daily life and other relationships that aren't in the community? Because I know there is a lot of backlash and like hatred and like resentment towards that community. So how has that aspect of it also affected your life?
Well, so okay, so in terms of backlash, it's
Mhm.
funny. The if you talk to somebody individually, like
Yeah.
like kind of like you and me are having a conversation right now. I don't I don't think I've ever had a conversation with just a regular old person where they said something nasty to my
Mhm.
face ever. And because it's because in person you see that that I'm not just like, an avatar, and a screen name, and I'm just and who knows, maybe I'm a bot, you know what I mean? So you can say anything you want to me because I'm not really real, sort of a thing, which is that whole distancing you get from social media. When you see people in person, you have to be a real like super jerk in order to deliberately insult somebody else's beliefs, and deliberately um, misunderstand or misconstrue or or just slander them or something like that. You have to be like a real dyed in the wool, like committed jerk.
Yeah.
So and there's not that many of those. They definitely are out there. There are for sure people out there, and I've run into that, unfortunately. I mean, there was a guy who was when we lived in Washington D.C. and my wife was pregnant with our son, and very visibly pregnant, like out to here style pregnant, right? And and she's walking into the church, and he was standing out there accosting people when they're walking into the church, and he's just verbally harassing people, and he was verbally harassing her about being pregnant and telling her something about she's being forced to get an abortion or something. She's like, hello, like, come on now, you don't go and verbally harass pregnant women. Like, who does that? So anyway, but that's you have people like that. You got
Yeah.
folks that are just that they think that that's cool. They are kind of divorced from the real world, and kind of in that light. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So so I know that there's people like that, and generally, and that's, I mean, I guess that is the other thing about dealing with people online, is that you can choose your battles. You can choose when somebody is just somewhat misinformed and is probably a decent person, and if you can get into a conversation, you could at least see eye to eye. Even if, I mean, I don't care if anybody agrees with me. It's just there's a difference between agreement and respect.
Yeah.
Respect is, it's like, respect, all that means is just realizing that something is important to somebody else. You don't have to agree with it. You just have to just realize that it's important, and you don't go insulting stuff that's important to somebody else. That's just rude. So yeah. So that's, I guess that's the thing too. And if you're online, and some people they're just out there to cause a ruckus, and those are the guys that I quickly hit the block button. So
Yeah.